Hello, I'm the Trunk Dweller. I'm from San Diego, California. I'm going to play some songs for you guys. This first one is about love, and it is called Love Everywhere. Nighttime rolls over the trees. The fog rolls inbound on a western breeze. The birds stop their chirping for a little while. Nothing's heard but the coo from an aging owl. The smell of mist is strong in the air, but how can one care with love everywhere? Oh, the smell of mist is strong in the air. The smell of mist is strong in the air, but how can one even care with love everywhere? These are strange days that no one understands. All I know is one needs a helping hand. But worry not, your voice is clear and life keeps it going. No one is one, the circle is always growing. The smell of mist is strong in the air. But how can one even care? Oh, the smell of mist is strong in the air. But how can one even care with love everywhere? Yeah.
Woo!
Well, thank you.
So, could you tell us a little bit about what you think about the music coming out of Tulsa right now?
I think the music coming out of Tulsa right now is superb. I think there are a lot of states that are overhyped, such as my home state. And I think there's a big scene here that's just like waiting to just branch out and hit that mainlined group of people. Yeah, I don't know. I dig it out here. I don't want to throw any shade at all towards California, but in California, it's a lot easier for people to get exposure. Because a lot of people, there's just like everybody somehow knows everybody, and like it's just really big out there. Music is just pretty big. Like everyone's in a band or they're doing their own thing. And here, it's a lot smaller. Like, everybody really knows everybody. They all know the bands that are in town. So, like, you're more likely to gain, like, a following of people that you know out here, as where California's, there's just, like, there's so much going on that, like, it all starts to sound the same after a while. Yeah, I don't know. I like that small city vibe. Someone in California could be doing something extremely profound, but then there's someone right up the street doing the same exact thing. As we're here, like, people are more, like, it's more individual. Like, everyone's kind of doing their own thing. So there's a lot more respect for each individual as an artist in kind of a smaller scene. This next song is called Float, and I don't remember writing it, but I did write it, and it is slightly more sad than the last one. Money in the account by any means, and I roll out of here to go off down over to your local liquor store, and I got some spare change for that man today. I guess I'll go home and nod around, or sit in thought and think about everything, like how things used to be. A naive child on the swings, always walking where others go. Never worried about what really shows. What keeps one afloat? And I don't think I'll ever know what keeps one afloat. I don't think I'll ever know what keeps one afloat. and I don't think I'll ever know what keeps one afloat. Yeah.
Why are you excited to be a part of Dream Kingdom's Daydream sessions?
For an artist that does not have much exposure, it's really nice to have a group of friends that kind of gather around and are trying to bring light to the Tulsa music scene and art scene. I think, well, you know what they say, no publicity is bad publicity, but also it is really good for like local artists to kind of get out there in ways that aren't just playing any gig they can get, like having like a media source that's putting those people out there. I think that's really sick. I'm excited to get in on that, you know. It's really cool to be friends with a bunch of like-minded individuals, and also just be able to collaborate on music, art, this whole thing. It's just really nice. I like that tight-knit group of people. This album is called Ohms for the Poor, and it will be out by the end of this month, I believe. Going into it, I don't know, the way I write music is like every time, it just kind of goes with whatever I'm feeling at, like, let's say I sit down and write an album in a month. If there's like a constant mood in that month, I kind of just base my songs off of that. And this album, I think in recent months, I've been contemplating life and existence and how depression and happiness like coexist with that. So I kind of just tried to pull more from emotions on this one than anything. I'd say, I mean, everybody has those artists, especially like musicians, they have those artists that they like pull from inspiration wise. And I definitely pull inspiration from like the people that I listen to. But when I'm writing, it's all written off of personal experience and trying to word it in a fashion that just goes well. It could be really descriptive or really indescriptive. It could mean two different things. Kind of just, I write it for myself, and then whatever anyone else interprets is what it means to them. So I'm always listening to Lou Reed because he's a fucking gangster. I've been getting really into the likes of Bonnie Prince Billy, Palace Brothers type stuff. Occasionally I'll listen to some Motorhead. But yeah, I pull from literally everything. But lately those have been my top three.
I think we are ready for the last song.
Alright, this was actually the first song I wrote on this album. And it is called Thin Thread. And I don't really have a lot to say about the song. The song just kind of speaks for itself, I guess. It's kind of like a melancholy, happy, but not really happy song. So, yeah. In a room full of women and cigarettes. Can you think about your mother and your deepest regrets in a town that's far away? Oh, there's no one to say hello, sir. Can you tell me of your day? And your neighbor sits on his porch and he smokes just like a torch. And the sun sets every day, and it always looks the same. And the cottonwoods, oh, they sure wish they could come up with that same trick again. And if you're hanging on by a thin thread, just remember there's only 20 more years left of this dread. And if you're hanging on by a thin thread, just remember there's only 20 more years left of this dread. And if you're staring at a tower on a Friday night, happy hour, and all your friends have gone home, and they call you a lonely coward, just know that you have until 2, and you can finish that golden brew and take the long way home. And no one knows that you can't see at night with those old dim lights rolling through the road as you go, and you go, and you go, and you go, as you go, and you go, and you go, and go. And if you're hanging on by a thin thread, just remember there's 20 more years left of this dread. And if you're hanging on by a thread, just remember it doesn't pay to be dead. The night is over and you roll into bed, and you're tossing and turning, pulling hair over something that she said. Just know that it's your brain making connections that mean nothing. Oh, that mean nothing. That mean nothing. Oh, that mean nothing. Well, I think growing up, a lot of the music that I was around, where I'm from San Diego, there's actually a lot of reggae and like dub that I got really into, as well as like, every other person's like a fucking deadhead. So like I got really into more bluesy, weird sounding, like funky stuff. And then growing up, I was only allowed to listen to the blues or like old rock. I wasn't allowed to listen to anything that was really new because it's all bad for your mind, apparently. But like those influences played in. Oftentimes when I'm writing music, I try and think like I'm back on the beach, doing dumb teenager things or going surfing or just like a state of mind that's really peaceful. So sometimes I just close my eyes and I just remember being back home, and I get a lot of inspiration from that. But musically, style-wise, I got really into like country and blues and more folky stuff, which is bigger out here. So I can write about stuff that pertain to San Diego, but I write about it like music-wise in a very Tulsa, Oklahoman way, I'd say. I don't know.
Of any artists that you know of or are listening to now, who do you feel like you relate to the most? Who would you crack open a beer with?
That's a tough question. Who would I crack open a beer with?
Living or dead, too.
If I could bring back Howlin' Wolf, because I feel like he was just a grimy motherfucker who made really tasty jams. I feel like he'd be fun to have a beer with and talk shit with. Sometimes I do a Howling Wolf impression, but it's not really favorable. But yeah, I'll do one more song. It's not mine. I can't take credit. But I like this song because it's just kind of funny and ironic if you know your Lou Reed history. But this can be like an extra like hidden deep cut. But alright. Yes, I'm just a gift to the women of this world. Yeah, I'm just a gift to the women of this world. Responsibility hangs heavy on my shoulder. Like a good wine, I'm better as I'm older. Yes, I'm just a gift to the women of this world. It's hard to settle for second best. Once you've had me, you know you've had the best. Yes, I'm just a gift to the women of this world. Yes, I'm just a gift to the women of this world. You know, I'm just a gift to the women of this world. Responsibility hangs heavy on my shoulder. Like a good wine, I'm better as I'm older. I'm just a gift to the women of the world. Oh, I'm just a gift. I'm just a gift. Fake news. Sick.